there. So I get questions all the time about journaling. How do I get started journaling? What do you write about? Can you teach me how to journal? After getting enough questions, I've decided to finally write a blog post and make a video about a minimalist approach to journaling in just 3 steps. So you know me, I'm not going to tell you that you need to buy all the fancy journaling gear or make your journal look like, something that they would hang in the Smithsonian. We see all of these things on Pinterest and these examples that, quite frankly, are quite beautiful, but you need to get started your own way. So I'm going to go through a 3-step process to start journaling today and why you are already qualified to become a journaler. Step number 1, find your why. Why do you want to journal in the first place? Is it something you saw someone else doing and you thought it might be a good idea too? Hey, that's fair. Is it because you want to remember this time in your life so that when you look back through your journals, you can remember these great memories? Is it a creative outlet? Is it you getting your ideas on paper so that when you finally go to your job or a hobby that you have, you are able to execute these things because you first thought about them in your journal? These are all great reasons why, but I urge you to find a strong enough why that will cause you to actually show up. It is so easy, and I hear it all the time, that I just forgot or I got bored. Their why wasn't strong enough. You have to find a strong enough why to be able to stick to anything, and that includes journaling. Step number 2, find your when. You really need to find a time that doesn't really change much day to day. This is what creates a really strong habit, and it makes sure that you came up with a time that really allows you to dive in to your writing and to focus and to reflect. Now, when you are coming up with your when, make sure it's not a time when you're probably going to get interrupted or you're probably going to put it off. Maybe this means that instead of doing your journaling and you decide to do it at 10 a.m. when you know the kids are finishing up breakfast and things are a little bit hectic, maybe instead of doing it then, you wake up a little bit early before your kids get up. Or maybe you have a little one who naps. You could do it during their nap time. Maybe you do need to do it at the end of the day, but what is the time you are setting for yourself so that you don't put it off? Now, step number 3, find your what. Now, this might be the toughest part because I do get the question a lot, what do you write about? For me personally, I follow it's a loose interpretation of Rachel Hollis's Start Today journal. I think her journal is genius and I love it so much. So I took different concepts that I learned from her journal and incorporated it into mine. My journal looks like this. I write 3 pieces of gratitude, 10 big dreams that I have, and then I free write for about 1.5 pages to 2 pages. The reason why I start with gratitude and big dreams is so that I have something to put on the paper. It helps me to get started and it helps my wheels to turn. And also I've noticed that if I put my gratitude and if I put my dreams, my free write is less of like a teenage lament about whatever. It becomes more about, okay, how am I going to accomplish these dreams? Or it puts a positive spin on the day, especially for me as someone who wakes up early to journal. So those are the 3 steps to starting journaling today. You are already qualified. All you need is a pen and paper, maybe even a journal. Just to recap, the 3 steps are find your why, find your when, and find your what. Feel free to comment below about your experience starting journaling or your experience you already have with journaling. As always, you are more than welcome to come to my website at simpleparadox.org or to follow me on Instagram. I will add those links and my Instagram handle at the end of this video. Subscribe if you want to follow along on these videos, and I will see you soon. Until next time, goodbye.